So today's session will be very interesting session. We will have a theory part around 10 to 15 minutes where we are going to learn only about 2 or 3 topic, no much theory. Then we will have a practical part which we call as a self-realization, and then we will have a question answer and how to do meditation at home. So only 3 section in our whole presentation, or maybe in this today's webinar: theory, practical, and question answer. That's it, very simple. So let's start with the understanding of what is a meditation. Meditation, what is exactly the meditation is all about? Can you please let me know what is a meditation? Whatever you know, you can post in a chat, or you can unmute your mic and you can respond to my question.
It's a form of prayer.
It's a form of
Prayer.
No, ma'am. It's not form of
It's a
prayer.
form. Sir, it is nothing but being with ourselves, being with inner self, knowing more about inner world than the outer world.
Very good answer, ma'am. You are little bit right, maybe 10% around, but not correct. I want a very simple and and basic definition of meditation. Maybe in Hindi we call as a dhyan, or in English we call as a meditation, or in Sanskrit we call as a turiya. You can try. You are on right direction. Maybe you can try a little bit. So thank you, ma'am, for giving this answer. So maybe I request you can try little more. Anything you know, do not hesitate. It's it's not like some session where the question answer is going on. But it's just like a friendly chat. That's it. Nothing more than that. So one thing is clear, like when we do meditation, we generally close our eyes, right? You all are agree on that? So Vimal sir says to maintain the inner peace. Maybe sir, this is a benefit of meditation. With the benefit, you will get the inner peace. But what is the definition, or what is the base? What is mean by meditation or dhyan? Connection of mind and body, concentration of mind and body. No, not correct. So instead of giving the answer, can we do one small practical and understand the answer? So I request you all participant, can you please close your eyes and observe yourself for just 1 minute or 2 minutes? Can you please close your eyes and observe what is happening? Just close your eyes and observe yourself. What is going on with you inside your brain, inside your heart when you close your eyes? Now slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. And can you please share your experience on chat or unmute your mic? When you close your eyes, what is going on inside you? Can you please explain on chat what is happening inside you when you close your eyes? Share your thought. What is exactly happening when you close your eyes? If you observe properly, when you close your eyes, you are getting a thoughts, correct? The thoughts may be from past, or thought may be from the future. these thoughts are coming from the two categories. Either past, like something has done with me, someone has told me this, or thoughts of future. Tomorrow I will be go for shopping, day after tomorrow I need to do this, I need to do this planning, like something like this. So either you are in a past or either you are in a future, but there is no state or there is no moment where you are in a present. The present situation is thoughtless awareness. So let me explain you once again. So every day we are getting a lot of thoughts, many thoughts. One thought will come, it will rise, slowly it goes to down. Then another thought will start, it goes, then slowly it goes down, and third thought start. So every day we are getting a many thoughts, but there is a fraction of time where we do not have any thought. That particular state is a very minute or micro step. But when we increase that duration, in the second diagram, if you can see, when we increase the duration, like this is a one thought, then there is no thought, and then another thought will start. So this particular state we call as a thoughtless awareness, or we call as a meditation, or we call as a dhyan. In Sanskrit we call as a turiya. So this is a very basic definition of dhyan or a meditation. Okay. So now we understand the definition of meditation. Now we will understand the benefit of meditation. So can you please let me know what is the benefit of meditation? Maybe whatever you know. Okay, can you please tell me, this English language is comfortable for all, or should I switch to Hindi?
No, sir, comfortable.
Okay, comfortable, na? Thank you, ma'am. Because I don't see a lot of answers, so that is why I thought, should I ask? Sometime maybe people are from the north, they prefer Hindi. So anyway, so what are the benefit of the meditation? Some of the you have already told, like Vimal Raj sir told that it's an inner peace. So correct, it will improve your concentration power of mind and body. Yes, it is right. What else? What are the other benefit? So for example, if we do some exercise, you are agree that we are getting a benefit, because exercise give a lot of benefit in health, right? After that, there is a yogasan. If you do yogasan, your nervous system, your muscles get improved inside your body, and it gives a much more benefit than exercise. After yogasan, what is the next step? It's a pranayam. It's a breathing exercise. Breathing exercise gives much more benefit than yogasan. Okay, because it's control your breathing exercise. But in market there are huge number of pranayam. You don't know which pranayam is suitable for your body, and the way you are doing a pranayam, you are just watching the TV or searching on a Google and doing the pranayam. Inhale in out, forcefully and mechanically. You don't know the any logic behind this. True? Agree? But beyond pranayam, what is the next step? It's a meditation, dhyan. It's the last and most superior state. It gives a benefit of yogasana as well as pranayam. And in this state, you don't need to do any pranayam by mechanical stuff. Like whichever pranayam is required for your body, it will happen automatically. Your body will perform the pranayams spontaneously. No physical effort is required. Also, the meditation gives much more benefit than pranayam. It improves your health, it improves your physical activity, it improves your mental activity, it improves your spiritual activity. It touches to all aspects of your life. Let's consider the current situation. In current situation, in COVID-19, all people are running behind how to improve our immunity power, what should I eat, what should I do, all this stuff. But if you read a government website like Ayush website, they have clearly told one of the most important thing, if you want to improve your immunity power, you need to do the meditation. So in current situation, we can by doing a just 10 to 15 minutes of meditation every day, we can improve our immune power tremendously. This is one of the benefit in current situation. Other benefit, other benefit is like the way we are taking a everyday bath. If we don't take a bath, what will happen? There are a lot of dirt particle which is coming to our body and it gets saturated. And if we don't take a bath, we get disease after 1 week or 2 week. Similar way, there are every day there are a lot of positive or negative thoughts coming to your brain from the TV media, from the political party, from the friend circle. But if you don't clear this thought, what will happen? The frustration level will increase, the angerness will increase, and where you will remove this frustration, anger, this will lead to stress also. So where you will remove this stress or anger? With our colleagues, with our friends, with our family, and you will spoil the relation. So meditation will help you to remove all the negative thoughts. Meditation will help you to improve your immunity power. In this current situation where the competition is very high, we are working day and night in education sector or in a software company or anywhere. If you are a student, if you are a teacher, you are sitting in front of laptop, you are sitting in a chair for more than 8 hours, 10 hours because of work pressure. So what will happen? Your body posture get disturbed. You get the problem of ergonomics. You get the back pain. You get the headache, and you get all kind of problem. And how you are resolve this problem? Just going in a medical shop, taking a painkiller or antibiotic. That's it. Within a 2 hour, your problem got solved. But believe me, friend, each antibiotic has a side effect. If you take this some kind of medicine, your problem will go away in 2 hours, but you will get the another disease. For example, painkiller. If you take a medicine for some kind of pain, your pain will go away, but it will initiate the kidney stone problem. So do we have any mechanism which can resolve all our problem naturally without taking medicine? Yes, that mechanism exists within our body and which we call as a kundalini. Then another question come into mind, if that mechanism exists in our body, then why we are getting this problem? Correct? Because that energy which is located in our body is in a passive state. And once today we do some practical, it activate and it goes in an active state, and then it will work. So that is why the practical part is very important. So this energy which we call as a kundalini, and once we awaken that kundalini, that is that energy will transform from passive state to active state. That process of awakening of kundalini we call as self-realization or Atma Sakshatkar. So let's understand. Now the way I have asked you one question, what is a meditation? Now I have another question for you. What is mean by yoga? Can you please tell me what is the exact meaning of yoga? Yoga की definition क्या है? कोई बता पाएगा? You can unmute or you can post your question on chat. I think this is a very simple and basic question, so you may can share your thoughts on that. What is a yoga? Whatever you know, sir. Maybe it's nice if you can share whatever your thoughts on yoga. Okay. So is a yoga is some kind of exercise? Maybe this is our sometime understanding, but this is not true or not correct. Yoga is nothing but the union with your own energy with the cosmic power. So the real meaning of yoga is a connection or a union with your own energy with the cosmic power. And then what is a sahaj? Sahaj is a word which we can break in a two part. Sah means with you and ja means born. So Sahaj Yoga is meaning energy which is born with you, and yoga is a connection with cosmic power. So Sahaj Yoga is nothing but the spontaneous union of your own energy with all pervading power or a cosmic energy, which we call as a Sahaj Yoga. So where then the question is, where is that energy located in our body, and how it look like, what is the size, all these question. Yes, I know these are the question is there in your mind. So let's understand the way we have a physical body, that each human being has a two hand, two legs, two eyes, nose, ear. Similar way we should have one internal body system which we call as subtle system. This subtle system you can see on the screen. This subtle system is made up of three channels, seven plexus, and one instrumental energy which we call as a kundalini, which is there in a triangular bone and which we see in a circular form. So that energy we call as a kundalini energy. Once this energy get activated, we can say that it is an awakening of kundalini. So let's say the three channels. So if you see the blue line, this channel we call as a left sympathetic nervous system, or we call as a Ida Nadi. The yellow color line which you can see in the screen we call as a right sympathetic nervous system. In Sanskrit we call as a Pingla Nadi. The center path which is in a white color which we call as a parasympathetic nervous system in a scientific language, or in Sanskrit language we call as a Sushumna Nadi. So if your left side is a weak, then you can feel the lethargy. You will be always focused on the past. You are over emotional. You feel the depression and loneliness. And if you feel this kind of problem in your life, you can see that your left side, that is Ida Nadi, has some kind of problem or a weak left side. If you have a weak right side, then you are overactive person, you are thinking too much about future, you are a workaholic person, too much aggressiveness and anger. If this kind of characteristic exists within you, then you can understand that your right side has some kind of problem, or it's a weak or some imbalance. But those person who has a left side and right side is in balanced state, that person will be always peaceful person, completely balanced person, and always think positive. You can check the life of all successful person. They are doing a meditation somewhere sometime in their life. You take the example of Dr. Abdul Kalam, you take the example of a lot of successful people. They are doing the meditation every day. So let me show you one small video of the founder Dr. Sri Nirmala Srivastava or whole world known him as Her Holiness Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. So 1 minute video I will show you.
Sa means breathe, Ja means born. So it is born with you the right to become united, which is the yoga, with the divine. We have two sides in our system of autonomous nervous system, left and right, which we call as left and right sympathetic nervous system. The left side caters for our emotions, for our past, our desires. The right side caters for our action, physical and mental. If you indulge into one too much and go too far with it, you develop an imbalance within yourself. In the center lies the third power, which we call as parasympathetic nervous system. This is the channel which is the central path of ascent. When the Kundalini rises through it, it brings you in the balance because it rises in the center of the system. So this is the minimum that happens, that you develop your balance. This is the last breakthrough of our evolution, where you have to get connected with the divine. You have to feel it on your central nervous system, and that's how you get your self-realization.
Hope the video and audio is clear to you. There is no problem. Now,
Yes, sir.
okay, thank you, ma'am. So let's understand the 7 energy center which is located in our body, which in Sanskrit we call as a chakra. In scientific language we call as a plexus. So the first is a Muladhara chakra, which is located on the bottom of spinal cord. We also call as a pelvic plex. It control all your reproductive organ. If you have any problem in your reproductive organ, then this Muladhara chakra or pelvic plex is responsible. Then we have a Swadhisthana chakra, which we call as aortic plex, which control your kidney, pancreas, this kind of organ. And this is also very important because it generates the gray cell for your body. Then we have a Nabhi chakra. Similar way, we have a Nabhi chakra, heart chakra, Vishuddhi, Agya, and Sahasrara. So maybe I request you other participant, if you can go on and mute, it will be nice because there will be some disturbance on some mobile phone and other stuff. So humble request for all other participant, please go on mute. So now I would like to show you one small animation video where it will show how exactly this Kundalini awakening can happen. If you see this video, this is our human body, and this body has a 3 channel and 7 energy center. So this energy center will get activated once our Kundalini is get awakened. So this is a Kundalini which is located in our triangular bone. First it activate and then it goes to the first energy center which we call as a Muladhara or a pelvic plex. Then slowly it goes to the Swadhisthana chakra, which we call as a aortic plex. Then it goes to the Nabhi chakra, and then from the Nabhi chakra it goes to the slowly heart chakra. So heart chakra basically gives the confidence within us. And from the heart chakra, it goes to the next energy center, which we call as a Vishuddhi chakra, that is located in a throat. It controls our ear, nose, eyes, and other body organ. Also, it improve our communication skill, and then it slowly goes to next energy center, which we call as Agya chakra, or we call as optic chasma. If you are thinking too much about this particular topic, this chakra goes in an imbalanced state, and then last energy center, it goes to the last energy center which we call as a Sahasrara or a limbic area. Once energy reach there, we feel the cool or hot breeze on top of our head and both of our palms.
Please
This is
mute your microphones, my dear participants, my dear.
so. I request you all participants, please respect the session. Please close your mute your mic. Maybe Swati ma'am. Okay. Okay. So now that is okay. So just would like to share how we are getting a disease. For example, aortic plex. If this energy center is in a balanced state, it provides an equal amount of energy to all our body organ, like brain, heart, liver. But when it goes to the imbalance, what is the imbalance? It's nothing but if you are using your particular body organ too much. For example, if you are using a brain too much, then it requires more energy, and this energy is provided with the help of aortic plex. But in that case, he cannot provide energy to heart, liver, and kidney. So then heart is then liver is generating a heat, and if this heat goes to the lungs, we get the asthma. If this hit goes to the pancreas, we get the diabetes, and if this hit goes to the spleen, we get the blood cancer. So this is how we get the different disease based on imbalance in our energy center, or we call as a plexus. So disease is nothing but the imbalance in your energy center. Now we are starting the practical part, but I would like to introduce you the founder. The founder is Dr. Shri Nirmala Srivastav ji, or Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She is a doctor. She combined the spirituality with the science and discovered the Sahaj Yoga meditation technique in 1917. She traveled across the world, educate the people. Today, millions and millions people are practicing Sahaj Yoga and getting the benefit. Shri Mataji share the one thing that this is your own energy. So because of your own energy, you cannot charge the money for this technique to anyone. So that is why the Sahaj Yoga is totally free of charge across the world. You go any village, any city, any state, any country, you will find a free Sahaj Yoga center. There is no charge. Not today, not tomorrow, not in the future. So this is totally free of charge without any hidden agenda. So it's not like an organization, it's like one technique. And if you learn this technique, you can teach this technique to your family. You can teach this technique to your friends, like this. It's like one language, that's it. So let's.
Sir, where is the location?
Ma'am, it's located in each city. Like in Pune, there are 120 center. Wherever you are located, you just need to search the Sahaj Yoga center in your city or in your area, and you will find a Sahaj Yoga center. Which city you are belongs to, ma'am?
Pune, Pune.
Pune, it's more than 120 center, ma'am, and I am also located in Pune. So the one of the biggest center is in Chandni Chowk, where more than 1,000 people are coming every Saturday. And whichever area you are located, which area you are located basically?
I am located near to Katras, that is Siagarh campus. I think you are very familiar with Siagarh
Kathraj, we
Institute.
have 2 or 3 center. Maybe I will after this session I can give
Vadgaon
you the
campus.
address. Yeah,
Vadgaon campus.
Vadgaon campus also we have that center. I will share the detail with you, no problem. Even I come to many times to Sinhagad College to conduct this kind of session in the last 1 year. So anyway, you can find the purpose behind this discussion is like you can find a center anywhere in the world. Either you go to US, either you go to the Europe, either you go to the Japan. You will find a free Sahaj Yoga center. Same technique, same method, no changes. You go anywhere in the world. Now, why Sahaj Yoga is a unique? Because with this technique, you can be your own doctor. You can cure your own problem naturally. This is completely natural technique without any kind of side effect or a disadvantage. You don't need to do any changes in your life. The way you are living your life, you can continue that with just 10 minutes of meditation. That's it. It's a very scientific process. There is no blind faith, completely scientific process. It's a very spontaneous process. No physical effort is required. If you have a strong desire, then you can learn the Sahaj Yoga. It's a living process that means that you can verify and you can immediately experience the effect on your palm. So that is why it's a live process or living process. So let's understand. So first I will be explaining you the step, and then we all will be going to perform this step with closed eyes. First we will understand the step with the open eyes, and then we will perform this step with the closed eyes. Okay, so the you can see my video also. The first position is keep your both hand on your lap. Palm will be facing toward the sky. Palm will be facing toward the sky. You can open your palm like this. Both the hand on your lap, palm will be facing toward the sky, and be in a relaxed position. This is a base position. After that, we need to perform the step 1. Step 1 is raise our right hand, put on our heart little left side. press it little bit hard, and here you need to pray in your heart, small prayer. Okay, this is the first position. Then second position, raise our right hand, put on upper part of your abdominal. Raise our right hand and put upper part of your abdominal. Then third step, raise our right hand and put on lower part of your abdominal. Now fourth step, again raise your right hand and put on upper part of your abdominal. So the step 2 and step 4 is exactly same. Then step number 5 is raise our right hand and put upper part of your heart, little left side. So step 1 and step 5 is the same. Step 6, you can observe the step 6 properly. Raise our right hand, put on neck from back side. Raise our right hand, put right hand on our neck, little right from back side, and rotate your head little right side. This is the step. You can observe my video also. The next step, raise our right hand, put on our forehead. Step number 7, raise our right hand, put on our forehead, press it little bit hard, squeeze our palm, move our head little down. And step number 8 is take your right hand, put it on our back side, move our head little back side so our face will be toward the sky. And step number 9 is put our right hand on top of our head, press it little bit hard and rotate 7 times clockwise direction. So like this. Okay. So all are ready? Everyone is clear on the step? So before we start this practical part, I have one request to all participants. Please remove your specs because we are going to close our eyes. If you are wearing a tight watch or a tight belt, just lose it out. Please remove your slipper or shoes so that your feet can touch the mother earth. If you are sitting on a chair, that is fine. If you want to sit on a ground, that is also okay. Please be comfortable. Do not try to give any stress to your body. Very relaxed and very peaceful. Do not stress anything. Just observe just listen the instruction and follow the instruction. If you do any mistake in this steps, no problem. But just follow the instruction. Do not worry at all. Okay, so let's start this step. I request you all participant. After few seconds, we are going to close our eyes and we can follow this instruction.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below in the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awake. Now to help the Kundalini rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence to help the Kundalini to rise. Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now, please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across. On the left hand side, in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say, again with full confidence, 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now, some would say that it's very difficult to forgive, but it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, oh Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization, because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times, very hard. Slowly, saying that.
Now slowly we can open our eyes. Very slowly we can open our eyes. धीरे धीरे हम अपनी आंखें खोलेंगे. Slowly we can open our eyes. Okay. Now observe the PPT just for a few seconds, and the next step we will going to do by collectively. So I request you all participants, if possible, can you please switch on your video for just 1 minute? Whoever is possible, they can switch on their video for 1 minute and raise our right hand on top of our head like this, and move little up, little down, little left, little right, and see if you can feel the cool breeze or hot breeze coming from your head. Can you please switch on your video, whoever is possible, for just 1 minute and try to do this step so we all can see if we are doing correctly. Move little up, little down, little left, little right, and see if you can able to do it properly. It's a very minute energy. Now take our right hand back to our lap and try with the left hand. Move little up, little down, little left, little right, and see if you can feel the cool or hot breeze coming from your head. It's a very minute energy. Let's see if you can feel that energy. So whoever possible, if you can switch on their video for just 1 minute, let's understand if you are doing properly or not. Move little up, down, right, left. Now take left hand back to our lap and try again with the right hand. See if you can able to feel that energy. Now take both the hand toward the sky, stretch your arm, take your both the hand toward the sky, move your head little backside, and here we need to ask one question in our heart. Mother, is this the experience of self-realization? Is this the experience of awakening of Kundalini? क्या यही आत्म साक्षात्कार की अनुभूति है? And slowly we'll do namaskar the way we used to do namaskar. And slowly we'll open our both the palm, move little backside, move forward, reverse very slowly, and you can feel some kind of energy between both your palm. Did you feel that energy? आप लोगों को ये शक्ति महसूस हो रही है? आपको थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे करके देखना है. So now here is the practical part is over. So now I would like to know how many people feel the hot or how many people feel the cool. Can you please post on the chat, or maybe you can unmute your mic and you can say both is fine. So how many people feel the coolness or how many people feel the hotness? Can you please tell me? 15 September. Your voice is very low. I cannot able to understand. Sorry. Okay. So anyone feel the coolness first thing, or anyone feel the hotness?
Hotness, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it's a mild warmness, not hot or not cool.
That is good. If you feel the even little bit also, that is very nice. So how many people feel that kind of stuff, like who feel the hot, who feel the cold? Okay. So based on your body's state, based on your body condition, you may feel the hot and you may feel the cool. It is all about your body condition. So anyway, no problem. So I would like to know if you have any specific question.
Please unmute yourself. A lot of noise is coming. Somebody is have.
So if you have any question, please let us know. If you fail to find the return of it, then what the department does? Department can anyone has any question, feel free to ask. We are ready to answer your queries. There are two possibilities. Either you didn't understand anything, or maybe you understand much more than what we explain, and you are in thoughtless awareness. So there are either two states. So maybe I could not able to explain you properly, or maybe you are still in a meditation. So there are no thoughts are coming. So either these are the two state which I am expecting. So let me know which is correct. Either you are in a meditation, or I could not able to explain the properly. So what is thing? But did you feel, and if you have any questions specifically like how to cure the diabetes, how to cure the blood pressure naturally, how to improve your concentration and memory power, how to remove the aging effect on your body because of your age. So this kind of question I am ready to answer now. There is a few question like how to do meditation, what time we should do meditation, how to do at home. So maybe best is like you need to do meditation at your home every morning whenever you wake up and every evening when you are going to sleep. So 10 minutes. What you need to do is just keep your both the hand on your lap, concentrate on top of your head and close your eyes. That's it. This is the step you need to follow by doing the meditation at home. If you do this meditation regularly, I will definitely tell you within 8 to 10 days you see the tremendous transformation within you. And once this transformation will happen with you, you can experience the flow of energy within you. Okay, so let's experience this flow, let's experience this transformation. I can say that this ice cream is very tasty, this content is very good for your health, but unless and until you don't taste this ice cream, you will not going to believe. I can give you 1 hour lecture on that ice cream and its benefit, but you need to taste it, you need to experience it, then you will be going to believe. Similar way, the yoga is the same technique. I can give you many more advantage, many more benefit, but unless and until you don't experience it, you don't practice it, you will not going to believe me. So the